Hello, this is Mark, and I'm going to walk you through how to work with your DryRun software. And so the first thing you need to do is install DryRun from the disks provided to you. The first thing you'll need to do is install the database engine and then run the DryRun setup. The instructions for both of these are printed on your disk. So after you've installed the software, you will then need to copy the database onto the software. And so you can see what I'm going to do here is I have a backup of the software in here. And so what I'm going to do is just select all these files. So I selected them. I'm going to right click and copy. And then I'm going to click on the C drive, and then you see DR 2004, that's where the software is. And then so anywhere in here I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. And it's going to ask me if I want to overwrite the file, so I'm going to click down here at the bottom, do this for the next 4, and I want to copy and replace. And so it has replaced all those files. So the next thing I want to do would be open DryRun. And actually, I'm going to send a shortcut to the home screen. So we're going to right click on that and go to Send To, and Send to Desktop is what we want to do. And so I did that. So I'm going to close that folder so you can see the icon is right over here. And then I'm going to, one of the issues with our DryRun software is that it's outdated and not been updated. So it will tell you that the software has expired. So we have to set our date back. So we're going to right click on the time at the bottom right of the screen, adjust the date and time, change date and time. And so to do that, we have to click on the date, and we got to go all the way back to 2010 for this to open. Okay, so I'm in 2010, so I'm going to click OK there, and OK, and you can see the time change down here at the bottom. Okay, so now that I have the time changed, I'm going to double click the icon to open up the DryRun software. And since I just installed this software in here, I'm going to want to make sure that it installed properly. And so it has its own checks and balances. So I'm going to click on Utilities and then Force Weekly Data Checkup. You want to do this about once a week, certainly anytime you're having any kind of issue with the software, because the software is not very stable. So I'm just going to close that out and open it back up. And you can see there it's reviewing the customer data and so forth. And as I said, this software is very unstable. It has always has had issues. So I would run this Force Weekly Data Checkup, periodically. So it's going to run this, and this may take a minute, maybe 2 or something like that. So while that's doing that checkup, I can go back over here and I can adjust the date back. So I'm going to click on Adjust Date and Time. Now, you have to adjust this date and time back, because if you don't, all your entries that you put in are going to be on the wrong date. So in other words, if you put an entry back in 2010, when you go to bill, that's not going to be on the bill. It's going to show somebody had a past due balance that didn't, and they're going to be angry. So you have to change that date back. Okay, so we're going to get on the right date here. Okay, so now we're done. You can see the date is changed back. The weekly data checkup is finished, so I'm going to close that. So that should finish out the installation of the DryRun software and conclude this first video.